Hello Internet, Isabard here, and welcome to my very first Let's Play ever. Today I'm going to be playing a map called Waking Up, made by the dark god Vechs. Vechs is the evil mastermind behind a series of maps called Super Hostile, which are very much true to their name and designed to kill you over and over again in the most heinously painful way possible. This particular map, Waking Up, is actually a Super Hostile specialty map made for one Andrea J. Buchanan, if I'm getting the pronunciation right, who wrote an ebook entitled Waking Up, available for 99 cents. You can find the info on where to get that at Vechs' Super Hostile page. And the map Waking Up is supposedly, it takes place after the events of the ebook. So, without further ado, let's see what sort of horrors are in store for us. Loading the world, I appear to be in some kind of room, which is a good thing, in that I'm not immediately in the middle of a death trap. I still don't quite trust Vechs. I know it hasn't happened yet, but I don't put it past him to one day make a map where you start in the middle of a hellhole with a big sign that just says, run, or something. It's gonna happen one of these days, and I'm gonna say I knew it was coming. So, I'm going to investigate through here. Looks like we have a shower stall, and ooh, my first treasure chest with your guide to lucid dreaming. I'll just take a peek at that. So, as some of you may not know, this map isn't actually officially released yet, because, it's intended for the 1.3 release of Minecraft. I am currently playing the 12-week 17A snapshot, the first to include written books, of which this is one. And I am personally really very, very pleased to see Vechs starting to make use of written books in his maps, just because I am a huge fan of some sort of story involvement or ancillary material to add a little life and flavor to the world besides just the sporadic sign, and I believe that the writable books are a fantastic way to do that. So this particular one is Your Guide to Lucid Dreaming. I'm not going to stop here and read it for you. However, if you want to read what is in the book, or any books that I encounter during this map, you can feel free to pause the video as I flip through the pages and take a look at that. Or better yet, get the map and play it yourself so you can read the books at your leisure. So, I'm going to see what this sign says. Press escape to skip the cutscene. Based on that, I'm going to assume I am in the end, and yes, I am indeed in the end. There is the evil static sky of death, with a big sign that says, go down, and I don't see anywhere else I can go. So, in a moment, I'm going to head down there. But first, there's stuff to break. Always break stuff. Yes, that is my motto. Glowstone, never know when it will come in useful, so it is definitely worth taking it, just like I took the ladder off of this thing that looks kind of like a floating bed. And I think I'll break the bookshelves and take the books. Sure, why not? I might need to make myself some books or a bookshelf later. You never know. It never hurts to take stuff. And I'll grab the painting too. Why not? I'm grabbing everything else in the room. And a note block. And another note block. Okay, I am set with about as much collectible stuff. No, can't collect the snow. As I can actually collect in here. And the lever. Yes, Vechs, I really am going to take everything. Just because. It's here. You gave it to me. I'm going to take it. Even the sign. God, I have issues. Okay, so after ransacking this first starting chamber, I am going to fall to my death. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Just kidding. Let's skip the cutscene of death. Okay, it's not really of death. It's more a cutscene of confusion, but it may as well be of death. And where am I? I appear to have spawned in a starting cavern. So, before I move on, let me explain, for some of my unfamiliar viewers, a little about what this super hostile stuff is about. First off, as I said, the map is called Waking Up, made by Vechs for Andy Buchanan. The super hostile map has a number of rules, which potential players need to familiarize themselves with. First, the objective of the map is to find and complete the Wool Monument. In most super hostile maps, it's called the Victory Monument, but I guess for his specialty maps, Vechs prefers to call it the Wool Monument. The Wool Monument is a big structure in which there are slots for several different colors of wool, as well as a few different metal blocks, and the objective of the map is to find all these different colors of wool and this metal and put it on the monument to complete the monument. If you can do that, you've won the map. Rule number 2, use at least easy, never peaceful. I am currently playing on normal, because easy's a cop-out and hard is a death wish. The maps are balanced around normal, and they are more than hard enough at that difficulty, so I would not recommend trying hard unless you are like a god or something. In fact, I would almost not even recommend trying normal unless you are in fact a god or something. The maps are that hard. And this one is supposed to be one of the hardest. From what I hear, Vechs is really, really proud of this map. So he's likely going to have some really evil stuff in store for me. Back to the rules. Rule 3, fairly self-explanatory. Do not leave the map boundaries. Obviously, you're playing in the map. Stay in the map. That's just the rules. Rule number 4, find wool in chests. Do not use sheep or dye or use spider silk to craft them. This bears a little explanation here. The different colors of wool for the Wool Monument are usually found in treasure rooms called fleecy boxes. They're brick and glass structures with a single treasure chest which usually contains a single color of wool. And these are usually in the bowels of the most horrifically evil, dangerous, disastrous, and just plain bad places imaginable. Obviously, Vechs wants you to go through these horrifically, unimaginably bad, evil, dangerous places instead of, cheating and crafting the wool block some other way. So, do it the hard way, go through the dungeons, don't cheat and dye your wool or anything. That said, Rule 5 is a fairly neat one and something you don't often see in an adventure map, and that is survive in any way you can think of. That means that you are allowed to break blocks, you are allowed to place blocks, you are allowed to do pretty much anything and everything you can think of, provided you're not violating any of the other rules on the board in order to accomplish your objective and stay alive. And believe you me, you will need to do anything and everything you can think of. These maps are designed to force you to find really, really creative ways around problems, because if you don't, you will die. A lot. And probably rage quit. Yes. Rule 6, you may craft the metal blocks for the Wool Monument. Unlike the wool blocks, which are found in fleecy boxes, the metal blocks, your iron and gold and diamond, are usually distributed throughout the world in the form of their natural ore, and you have to find them and mine them in their various places. So it only makes sense that you actually craft those blocks when you need them on the monument. Final note, you are allowed to use spider string wool for non-wool monument uses, aka making beds. This rule doesn't really apply to me because I prefer to play hardcore, in that if I die in a super hostile map, that's it, I'm done, I failed the map, delete, start over. To that end, very rarely do I ever use a bed, except if I'm in an area where daylight actually matters and I want to change it from night to day. Until I actually see a place open to the sky, I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, crap. That was thunder. I'm really hoping we don't have an area with a bunch of creepers open to the sky, because that would suck. And sadly, it's the kind of thing Vechs would do. Okay, we have more signage over here. You can watch Joe Hills die horribly on this map, if you're interested, at these addresses. A special note to Joe Hills, if you happen to be watching this.